Do you think Spurs could survive relegation this season? I know it sounds crazy, but the numbers and recent form suggest this could be a real fight. Today in this video, I'm going to break down why Spurs are closer to relegation than you think. While covering this video are stats, fixtures, injuries, and expert opinions. First, let's look at the numbers. If I show you the league table here, and the fixtures coming up, so we're 15th in the league. That's not good for a club like Tottenham. In the last 5 fixtures, obviously we played Man United at the weekend. Week before that we played Man City. Week before that Burnley, and then before that we played West Ham, and then we played Bournemouth before that. And to get 2 points from those games isn't good enough. We need to start looking at ourselves and wondering why we're losing so many games. But that's not good enough for a club like Tottenham. For the stature of Tottenham, that is not good enough, and we should not be 15th in the league. But we are, and that's the realistic situation of it. But we need to really start hopefully getting some good results soon, because otherwise we could be seriously in trouble. If I show you the league table at the moment, we are 15th in the league at the moment. I know, like I said, only 6 points clear of relegation. Compared to last season, we were nowhere near, we were struggling, but I never really felt we were going to go down last season, because there were 3 teams worse than us. But this season, obviously, a couple of the teams down the bottom have improved, and and suddenly Spurs could get dragged into this. Obviously, I understand injuries haven't helped and suspensions. We're missing some key players this season, like James Maddison, Kulusevski, and obviously Kudus was a massive blow losing him. But I also think there's not enough squad in, strength in depth and midfield. So we could really struggle when we've got some tough fixtures coming up. But yeah, it's not looking good at the moment. Obviously, like I said, we've got a lot of injuries this season, so that always hard. But the last few seasons we've had injuries, and obviously suspensions don't help, with Romero getting sent off at the weekend, which obviously didn't help us at all. But sometimes I think I just want the manager just to go for it a bit. He doesn't, he leaves the handbrake on, and I just want him to, us to play football and just try and go for games a bit more. But I don't think he's that type of manager. He's too defensive. He's sort of we don't sort of start playing until we go behind. I'd rather us just take the game to teams for a change and try and get that early goal. But what do you think? Drop in the comments below. Do you think that Thomas Frank can turn this around, or do you think Spurs are too shaky? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Looking ahead, Spurs have got some tough games coming up, starting with Newcastle tomorrow night on Tuesday, which is obviously, it's a tough game, because even though that they're not in great form themselves, I know what's going to happen. Dr. Tottenham will probably turn up and give them their first win. That's what we like to do. And then obviously got North London derby in a couple of weeks against Arsenal. And then we've got Fulham, Palace, and Liverpool coming up, which they're not easy games. Fulham away won't be easy. Palace at home could be tricky. And Liverpool away, our record against Liverpool is shocking as it is. And obviously we played them early in the season and lost to them, and they were, they've not been playing well this season, but they still managed to beat us. But Anfield, I'm dreading that. They'll probably be right up for that, knowing them, because they're playing Tottenham. So we've got some tough away games coming up and tough home games. And obviously with the injury list, that's not really helping. And we're getting, Udodi went off injured the other day, and Sousa come on and did it right, so that's a good thing about it. But obviously, tough away games, and we need to really start getting some, start getting some players back and start helping us get some results on the board, and quick. I think Obviously, Arsenal's a tough game, and I don't want to write that game off, but it is tough. But um, I'm looking more towards the Fulham and the Crystal Palace game, which I think if we can get a couple of wins on the board, that will do us the world. Just after Liverpool, we've got Nottingham Forest, and at this moment in time, that could be a relegation 6-pointer, which no one believed at the start of the season we'd be involved in. So what does this all mean? If Spurs don't turn this around quickly, then relegation could be a real threat, a real possibility, and that will be unbelievable for a club like Tottenham. But if we, but all it takes is one win, 1 or 2 wins, and a bit of luck, and suddenly we can turn our season around and head towards the right direction. European football, obviously, probably out of question this season, but we still, still finish mid-table. As long as we stay in the league, that's the main thing. What I would do if I was Thomas Frank is just let the handbrakes off a bit more. Obviously, our best solution is to just try and go for it a bit more. Obviously, I don't want it to be too much, too attacking, but try and get an early goal. Try and get an early goal and just see, and then that'll make the fans relax. But the football is not really helping the atmosphere and the games, and it's really draining everyone in the stadium and at home and all sorts. So I think Thomas Frank just needs to let the reins off and have a go at teams a bit more and just see what happens. Spurs survival isn't guaranteed. With our recent form and injuries, I mean, we've not won this year in the league, and with our injury list, and with some tough fixtures coming up, we could suddenly be dragged into this drop relegation zone, but it also makes the season very unpredictable. If you want more Spurs updates and discussion, then please hit the subscribe button on this video, and please drop your comments in the box below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts on Spurs this season, and do you think Spurs are in danger of going down? And if we're not, who do you think will go down? Drop the comments below. And like I said, subscribe, and see you in the next video.